Here's the thing. I work in AI. Not only that, but I work in the AI photography space. But the AI that we do at Imagine is personalized. It's personalized to each and every photographer who utilizes Imagine. Now, I'm intrigued, of course, by all the generative AI. It's cool, it's fun. And you're constantly seeing demos put out there of how good it is. But it's not often you see demos of how silly it can be or how low quality it can be or the type of fails that it can have. Of course, this is still new. This is all still very new. So it's only a matter of time before it's even better and has less fails, right? How it's more accurate. So in this video, I want to show you how Photoshop's generative AI works, but also how it fails, how it's not always great. And that's okay. It's okay. It's the beginning stages. But that's it. In real time, no speeding up on a fully loaded Mac Studio M1 Pro Max. How fast it works and the type of results you get in Adobe Photoshop Beta in their generative AI. Let's dive in. Before we dive in, though, I have to say, for some reason, my ScreenFlow app, the one that I use to record my screen, the license removed. And I had no idea, and it exported with demo mode watermark on the video. So I apologize. The rest of this video is going to have demo mode smack in the middle of it. I don't want to redo it because my reactions were natural of my voice. So sorry about that. All right, so we are here at Rockefeller Center when they had the ice rink. This is many years back. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to test out the new remove tool. So you go to clone stamp. So you go to the eraser and you go to remove tool. And we're going to make this a little bigger. And instead of using content aware fill, I am literally just going to use remove. And now it's using the AI, talking back to Adobe, figuring out what needs to be done to remove this ice skater right here. And I'm removing this person because I have an idea to use the generative fill. Okay, you can see the shadow is still here. So if I take out the shadow, now the shadow's gone. Now if I want to go in, I want to add the Zamboni right here. I'm going to add a Zamboni, right? So I'm going to just, lasso that, hit generative fill, Zamboni. I think I spelled that right. And I'm going to hit generate. How do you spell Zamboni? That's right. I spelled it right. So why isn't it going Zamboni? Let's do green Zamboni. So Adobe doesn't know what a Zamboni is. Okay, well, there we go. There's proof that the content that says generative fill is not always great. Let's just double check that I'm spelling Zamboni correctly. All right, so I can try ice resurfacer. Let's try that. Generative fill. Oops. Let's select here. Generative fill. Ice resurfacer. Let's see if he knows what that is versus a Zamboni. We might be in more luck with this one. Okay, so it did not do a good job there. If I hit next, okay, so did not do a good job at all with that. But what is cool is it does make a non-destructive layer. However, it didn't do what we wanted to do. Okay, so generative fill failed in this case, trying to get a ice resurfacer or a Zamboni, whereas it did a great job removing the ice skater from here. The next photo. What I want to do is I want to actually expand this image. I want to get feet and I want it to fill in here, right? Content aware fill, and I'm going to paste or hit check, and look what it did for this photo. I wanted to complete the blurry people. It did a great job completing the water, add a little bit of blur here, but it did not do a good job as
filling in the people. So again, generative fill did not do a great job with that one. All right, let's move into the next one. So this one, what I want to do is I actually want to add a lightning strike to the top of there. So I am going to, again, grab the lasso, and I'm going to, I hit the wrong button, lasso, and I want to go right here, generate fill, lightning strike. I probably should have started it from the top, so let's see what happens. I might have to redo that one. Oh, so that one did a good job. We can go to the next ones. Ooh. All right. I actually really like this one the best. That looks really good. But so let's see if I generate again. Let's do some more. I should probably start it. You know what I'm going to do? Cancel. Let's hide that layer. And let's go like this. And now let's try lightning strike. Let's see what it does. So you can already see that the new AI remove feature does a fantastic job. Better than content aware. One shot. I really had to do two. Remove the person, remove the shadow. Ooh, look at that. But whereas, it didn't do a great job in the sky here. Yeah, look what it's doing. It's making it very fuzzy. Okay, so this did not do a good job as this. The smaller area did a great job. The bigger area did not do a great job. Okay, so what I was saying was generative fill did a horrible job here, but the remove tool did a great job. Generative fill, when I expanded the crop, did a horrible job here. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what happens if I try to, let's go back to this one real quick. If I try to bring this up, we should get the building end and more sky. Let's see what it does. Okay, so you can see that it doesn't always do a good job, generative fill, right? Okay, then you got this one, which did a great job with a small area, did a horrible job with the big area. Okay, next photo. Okay, so here, I actually want to take that sock and I want to replace sock with a bird. Let's see what happens if it actually replaces the sock with a bird. Or does it look goofy? Does it look okay? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Let's do this. Oh God. Oh, that was pretty funny. Okay, so let's remove the sock first, okay? Let's remove the sock completely. See how I missed a spot right there. Let's see how this does to remove the sock. See if it fills in this, wooden post that the sock was sitting on. This was in New York City, by the way. This random sock on top of a pole. I believe it was in Central Park. All right, it did not do a good job removing that. Okay. Oh boy. All right, let's see what happens if I try to remove this again. All right, a little bit better. Okay, now let's see if I add a bird. Small bird. Let's see if the bird looks real. If it looks natural, it should be, about this size, right? It should be about this size right here. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see other birds. Okay, that's much better. Doesn't look real, but I like the feet don't look real here. Whereas, I don't like this bird for this photo, but I just don't like this right here. This does not look great. But you can blend it in, of course. But that's pretty good, right? It did not do a good job of filling in the post here. It did not do a good job, obviously, of replacing the sock with a bird. But okay. So again, generative fill doesn't always work great. The beautiful thing is it's adding layers. Okay, now let's do this. Let's add a horse. Let's actually do this. See what it does. Horse and carriage. Did I spell carriage right? Let's see. Here it comes. I don't even know what happened there. Yeah, that does not look good. So there's no horse. There's a piece of a horse there. Let's try again. Let's just add in a horse. Horse. Large horse. Nope, I'll just type in horse. See how it works here. Not terrible. Doesn't really fit. Not great. So this one is the best one. I could also regenerate. I wish that when you regenerate it, it added another layer. Let's see if it does. I don't know if it does. No, it does not. Okay. These are the originals. Why would they give me the horse's butt towards the camera? I don't. Okay. These don't look real, right? But you got a horse here. It actually took out the pole here too. If I remove that, it took out the pole, which is really nice, right? Let's see if I do this. If I go couple kissing. Now it should be about the size of this pole. It should not be bigger than the pole. It will actually replace the pole, and they're going to be wind up in the bushes over here probably, but yep, they sure are in the bushes. Look at that. On some weird ledge. But, all right, if I go back to this, that's better actually. This one's much better. Okay, now how real do they look? Not great. Look at the fingers. Look at the weird fingers. I don't know what's going on there. And, yeah, it's like they're being, one's eating the idiot. It's not great. Okay, next photo. Let's add a cat. Cat drinking from the cup, right? Cat drinking water. Let's see if it replaces the Dunkin' Donuts cup with a cat drinking water. Now, obviously, I didn't even select the entire coffee cup there, but let's see what it does. Oh my. It's literally putting a sink. It is literally putting a sink. Okay, let's do this. First of all, let's see how it does with removing the actual coffee cup. And then I'm going to remove the shadow as well. Let's make sure I get the whole thing and not screw this one up. Okay. Here it goes. Should take a couple seconds. There we go. Did a pretty good job of removing that. Now, if I am to go ahead and add in a sleeping cat. I need a lasso tool. Oops. I'm hitting too many buttons here. Sleeping cat. So this is what you need to watch before you just think, oh, that's not, the cat looks ridiculous, but before you just dive into before you dive into Photoshop's generative AI, this isn't bad. I'm going to generate more. Before you dive into Photoshop generative AI, just know that, yes, this is beta. It is not perfect. It's getting a lot wrong. Not terrible there. Not great. Doesn't look real. This is the best one of them all. Okay, next one. Okay, you know what? Before I do that, let's see how well this does in finishing the steps here and going up a little bit in the door. Oh, did I not hit the right thing? Let's try again. First, let's start with the steps. It's not letting me do the content. Why? What if I remove that and go? So it's not letting me do the content aware fill. That's interesting. If I go up, yeah, it's not letting me. Okay. All right. So I guess there's a limit sometimes of when the content aware can do. All right. So let's expand this like this, content aware, it should just give me more sky. Perfect. Okay. So it doubled some of the clouds. What if I go and try to expand it? Let's make it like a big, nice pano. Beautiful. I think I need to go up a little bit, or like add more to the bottom here. Yeah, I don't like what it's doing here. I'd probably blend that in, but now I can add in, we can do this. We can go birds. Should give us a little bit of birds. They should be small over there. And I could do multiple, selections here, right? So I can go like this, and go like this, and go like this, and go birds. We can add a whole bunch of birds. Let's see how well it does. And you can see like this should be smaller, I think, in my opinion, because the bird, I guess the bird could be that big, but there's no birds. There's no birds. It didn't do the birds there. It did absolutely nothing. All right. Now, if I go ahead and I want to add a helicopter. Let's see how this looks. I'm also going to zoom in on that bird and see how fake it looks. I didn't even look at the alternatives for the bird either. I'm glad I'm doing this in real time so you can also see, oh, wow, look at that. Okay. I would want more. Let's go wider. Oh, it didn't do content aware. I guess once I added the generative fill is when it doesn't do the content aware. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back to this. Let's see the bird. That's better. How's it look? Close up. Not terrible. Not terrible. But now I want to find out why. Why was there no birds? Oops. I keep doing that. Go back to lasso, 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 and lasso. Birds. I just did bird singular. Let's see what happens. I wonder if it's because I did singular and there's multiple lassos. Maybe that's why it's not doing multiple birds. I might have to type in, oh, look, it's showing. Oh, I know why. If I hide all these. No, still no birds. You just get the mask. All right. So if I do, let's try it one more time. If I do birds plural. So see, this is a learning process. This is literally me just playing around with different things, a whole bunch of different types of photos, and it's not getting it. It's not getting it. It's so interesting. Oop, I hit the mic, sorry. Okay. So it did a good job with the helicopter and this bird. But again, like the helicopter does not look super real. You can see it's all distorted, but still. Okay. Last photo. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to add more to the beach. Let's go up even higher. Content aware. Nice. I don't like what it did here, but I can add in, check this out. This should be interesting. Snowman. This should look totally fake. Hopefully it's not adding snow. It's just adding the snowman, but should be interesting. That's pretty funny. That is funny. Okay. So that is funny. And now I'm going to add in a palm tree. Generative fill. Palm tree. A snowman on the beach is hilarious. That looks horrible. 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 Okay, so let's put in a fighter jet. fighter jet. Whoa. That's intense. Okay, that looks horrible. Whoa, crazy. This one's really weird. There's 3 propellers. This. Ay. Okay. And then I have one more thing that I want to do. Okay, that's also, yeah, that's weird. These are horrible. Ay. Okay. I just keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry. Let's try one more thing. We are going to object selection. Select generative fill. Yellow dress. Okay, should swap out her dress for a yellow one. Not terrible. You just still some black. This is the best one. Now let's do this. Yellow pants. Hopefully it doesn't swap out his sneakers, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. No yellow there. Ay. Let's try again. It did adjust his sneakers and his shirt, actually. So you can see you can actually swap out colors and actual outfits, but you've got to be precise in your selection because I selected the entire object, the entire subject, right? But if I was to go and actually select just the pants, so I'd actually go to quick selection and do something like that, right? And now if I go yellow pants, it should only swap out the pants, not the sneakers, not the shirt, only the pants for yellow pants. And it's not even yellow. Not yellow. Generate again. You got a little bit of yellow stripe here, but that's it. It's not doing a good job. All right. So there you go. Let's fly through these. Again, remove worked really well. Couldn't get a Zamboni. It couldn't do generative fill on the crop change, top or bottom. It did great with small lightning, not a great job with big lightning. It did not do a good job replacing the sock with a bird, but it did a decent job putting a bird in once I removed the sock with the remove tool. It did not do a good job with the horses or the carriages, but it did a decent job with adding a people kissing, but again, the people do not look real. The cats did not look real. It did not do a good job with the cat drinking water. That was this one. But it did do a good job after I removed the Dunkin' Donuts cup, putting in a sleeping cat. But again, the sleeping cats did not look real. And then you have here where it did a great job filling in once I adjusted the crop. But I have to blend all these in because it's very repetitive. Did a decent job adding in these birds. Did a decent job with the helicopter, even though it doesn't look too real. It would not add in multiple birds with multiple lassos. And then here it did a great job again, repeating. I have to blend it in, but I actually put a snowman on top, and some of the snowman looked okay. Let's see what else. The palm trees did not look good. The fighter jets looked crazy, not good. They did a decent job with the yellow dress, and it did a horrible job with the yellow pants. So with that all said, Photoshop beta, the new remove tool is fantastic. The generative AI, it's still in its infancy as far as being built in to Photoshop. It's not great. It's going to get better and better, but it's going to be very useful for a lot of photographers. But right now, it's not so great. There you go.
This was just a sort of informal look at what it does, how it fails, what it gets right. I mean, for example, the remove tool is amazing. It's amazing. But what do you think? Leave a comment. What do you think of how this generative AI in Photoshop beta is. Where do you see it going? And do you see it becoming useful for people, for photographers specifically?